Yes. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to all of CxO Global. Today we have a very exciting topic, public-private partnership, and we have very esteemed guest, Naveed Rajput Saab, Secretary Sindh Revenue Board. Before start this presentation or discussions, I would like to just inform you that, as you're aware, that the CXO Global is a global forum to share the knowledge with the C-level industry people and the common people of the Pakistan side and as well as the other countries as well. So now we are discussing today related to the topic of public-private partnership and with respect to the government of Pakistan especially. So विदाउट वेस्टिंग योर टाइम नबी साहब अस्सलाम वालेकुम। पहले तो आपको बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि आपने बहुत अच्छा हमें बहुत शॉर्ट टाइम पे एक टाइम दिया एंड बिफोर स्टार्ट दिस डिस्कशन आई वुड लाइक टू रिक्वेस्ट यू टू जस्ट give us your like background and your qualification and your introduction as well. Nabi sir, can you hear me?
I couldn't hear you for last 1 minute.
Okay, actually, I wanted to just introduce yourself and your
Okay.
background and your
Okay.
experience and your qualification to our audience.
Actually, I did MBA from IBA at the start of my career, and then I joined government service in the year 1999. My uh, my 180 in 180 degree in life happens in 2001 when I joined a decentralized support program, a ADB funded project where I was started working as assistant director of finance. There I met some people who were engaged in the reform agenda for Pakistan. There I started to learn means how to uh, work for poverty reduction in Pakistan. That was an amazing project. The idea was amazing because the reforms at the grassroots level or the union council level started with this project in Pakistan. And while working at the DHS program, I applied for Fulbright scholarship in the year 2004, and I got selected. I went to US for a 2-year master's degree program at the Maxwell School at Syracuse University, and it was also a wonderful experience uh, because uh, for people like me who belongs to a humble background, and if they get chance to get a Fulbright scholarship and then the opportunity to seek a university degree from US is itself a very amazing
Yeah,
prospects. So when I came back, usually people who go to the US they get cultural shocks. But when I came back, it was a reverse cultural shock for me because life here was full of
so true.
misery. At the when I landed in this country, for 5 hours there was no power in my apartment. So that was that was shocking for me. And in a year's time, I got an opportunity to work for Public-Private Partnership Unit, which was started at Finance Department, Government of Sindh. There, I realized that uh, that the lines which rode by Faz about this country at the time of uh, our independence, he
Okay.
said that दाग दाग उजाला सब गुज़िदा शहर ये वो शहर तो नहीं जिसकी आरजू लेके चले थे यार के मिल जाएगी कहीं ना कहीं फलक के दश्त में तारों की आखिरी मंजिल कहीं तो कहीं तो होगा सबे सुस्त मौज का साहिल कहीं तो जाके रुकेगा सफीना का में दिल तो those lines were very true for our country because we were having a nosedive at that time point in time. And when I got the opportunity to work for public private partnership unit, it was like that. So I say to myself that तूने दिल देखे निखारेंगे रूखे भर के गुलाब, हम हमने गुलशन के तहफ़्फ़ुज़ की कसम खाई है.
Subhanallah. Jazakallah.
So if you want to bring a little bit of reforms or revolution in this country, public private partnership is a good platform to work with.
Yeah,
So I started, yes. So let me briefly tell about public partnership, what it is. In public partnership projects, we design public sector projects, which means it can be a creation of asset, it can be a service delivery with the help of the private partner. It's an engagement of public and private partners, in which the private partner is hugely responsible. He has to bear most of the risk which associated with the public sector delivery, as well as creation of public sector assets. So he has to bear majority of the risk associated with the construction, design, and operation of that assets,
Nabi sir,
as well as the managing those assets. Yes.
okay. Nabi sir, actually, I totally agree with you, but my question of this line is, what what role do private investor play in the success of PPP project in Pakistan? Can you just little bit
Yeah.
elaborate?
Yes. Yeah. My second part is about why PPPs.
Yeah,
So what it does to the country like Pakistan, or for that matter anywhere in the world, third world countries, or even we can say about the developed world. Public private partnership is a formula where four or five major problems in the public sector delivery or creation of public assets is addressed. First of all, what we in country like Pakistan, we feel that government always have a financing constraint when it comes to mega projects.
very
So
true.
financing is the prime objective. We seek financing from the private partner, and it brings us the question why he would join you for the public, for creation of public assets or public service delivery. He, that, the project has to be commercially viable, because private partner only work when it is, when he can earn from that project. So to bring the private partner for public service delivery is a billion-dollar question. We have to make it commercially very attractive so that he can work for that uh, public service delivery or public sector assets. So our first project was Hyderabad Mirpuras Road project. It was a toll road project, and for that it Hyderabad Mirpuras Road project was, though it was very, the traffic is volume was very high, and
Very
prospect of getting toll was very good, but even then the traffic volume was not enough to create a uh, commercial prospects for the private partner. So what we did in that project, we engage him, we attract him with the viability gap funding. Means if means we gave him the proposal that if the promised 100 vehicles didn't turn up, for example, didn't up on that day, if for the if the number is 90, for the 10 vehicles we will, the government will pay him, and if it goes beyond 85, uh, the risk would be bear by the private partner. So it
oh,
was a win-win situation for both the parties. So that's how we design our first project. So to make it commercially viable for the private partner to come along, because why we being private partner, because it was a 6.5 billion rupees project.
oh,
So government upfront don't have that much huge huge amount of money to finance these kind of mega projects. So he would bring in he had bring that financing, and then we we promised to pay him in the installments. It was an annuity based project. End of the day, because the certain amount he has to get from the toll money, and the rest of the amount was financed by the government of Sindh.
Okay. So, do you think that the main challenges faced by the PPP projects in Pakistan, can you just little bit shade on the light of this issue? Because every project has some challenges and risk involved. So,
Yes.
what are the main challenges faced by the PPP projects in Pakistan or Sindh? Do you think do you have any
Actually, one of the major main aspect of the public partnership is the allocation of risks.
okay?
Allocation of risk is the risk is allocated to the partner who handle it handle it better. For example, if it's a road project, the financing risk would be assigned or allocated to the private partner, and the site risk, the right of way risk, is handled by the government. Because uh, if I may explain about the right of way, if it's a two-way project,
Mhm.
dual carriageway project, the right of way sometimes is encroached by the uh, private landowners or land grabbers. So government has to bear that risk, because government is powerful enough to manage that risk better than the private partner. He cannot do anything.
Exactly.
Government has that
Exactly.
machinery of revenue departments to manage that risk. So they will clear the right of way for the private partner to build that road if it is encroached by the private people.
Excellent. How can PPP help in addressing the energy crisis on Pakistan in Pakistan? Sorry.
Yes, actually, IPP was the first uh, PPP kind of project happened in this country. There are many gray areas in those IPP projects, because
Yeah.
in those IPP projects the capacity payment has to be made to the private partners, even then if they are not producing the electricity. So we need is to design it in an efficient manner, so that uh, it, it it delivers what we aim to bring, uh, for to get the objective for make it happen.
Make it happen. Yeah, very true. Very true. So, as you know, that the CxO Global has a C-level personalities and the investor as well in this group. सो आप क्या समझते हैं कि एज अ पीपीपी द न्यू इन्वेस्टर और न्यू सी लेवल पैनल्स लेवल के जो लोग हैं how they invest in the future for PPPP, or is there any future plan of the government of Sindh? You know better than us, and what kind of the risk involved, and what are the highly potential for PPP and initiatives is come upcoming in the future in the Sindh or in Pakistan? Do you have any idea of
Actually,
this?
if she asked me, because I worked in the public private partnership unit for like 6 years, so and the current setup and the previous governments who were ruling in the government of Sindh, they were always supportive of the public private partnership, and that's the only reason that it's a success in Sindh. Because the present government or the previous PPP uh, Pakistan People's Party governments were always in favor of uh, this idea of public-private partnership. So, and that's how that is one of the reason that is one of the major reason that PPP is a success in the province of Sindh.
Yeah, very true. Like just say, government hospital has changed the environment, SIUT and the Shahid Benazir Bhutto Trauma Center and
It's
uh,
everywhere.
the
Actually, let
kind
let
of-
me let me tell you about the efficiency aspect of the public partnership. If you have seen those these educational institutions such as DJ Science College
teacher science
or,
college.
or the Adamji Science College or Sindh
Yes,
Mother
yes.
Sukram for that aspect, or NJV school,
IBS Akhar, IBS
once
Akhar
upon
and
a time they were very means efficient, but that efficiency was not sustainable because of the only reason that ownership at that level for running that school is weak.
very true,
On the other hand, we have seen that there are a lot of good education institutes built in this country under private sector,
very
such
true.
as CS School or Foundation Public School or Beacon House Chain System or City School. That model is sustainable. That model is sustainable because private partner is earning from that model.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the headmaster or the principal of the DJ Science College or Adamji Science College, why he would ensure that the those schools would run efficiently, because and end of the day he would get his salary only, would not get additional money. But
Yes,
that private entrepreneur of the city school or the CS school has the attraction to, because he would earn from that model.
very true.
That's the only reason we started education management organization in 2013 in Sindh, where we handed over the 5, 6 or 10 and 15 and 20 schools to education management organization who can run that efficiently. We gave the school in the northern Sindh to IBA Sakkar, to this Citizen Foundation, to the Beacon House school system, only because we want to run them the private sector to run them efficiently and get the required remuneration from that model.
So, इसमें Naveed साहब, do you think that it's a regulatory issue as well, because we don't have any uh, proper kind of framework of the governing body of the government of Pakistan and other provinces government. So I think
Yeah, of course,
regularity framework.
public partnership is not only a success model in Pakistan only. It worked very efficient in UK or US,
Yeah.
where in UK especially they handed over hospitals to to private partners.
Mhm.
So
Very.
so the private sector is being efficient is not, means not only, it not doesn't only happen in Pakistan. They are efficient everywhere, and the public sector is not that efficient everywhere in the world.
So
So
this is a very
that,
important
that
point.
lack of efficiency demands public sector to hand it over. The first reason, as I said earlier, is the financing,
Mhm.
because whenever you try to build huge means uh, mega public sector assets, you need huge financing, and government always feel constrained to have financing to or upfront cost to make that happen.
So, what measure can be taken to ensure transparency and the accountability in the PPP projects?
Yes, yes. Actually, it's a concession agreement, the agreement which happened between the public and private partner to address the all these issues. It's a detailed concession which we in which every issue of governance or transparency addressed,
Very.
and both public and private parties signed to those concession agreements, and all the regulatory issues addressed in them. Actually, uh, for let me give you an example. If it's an infrastructure project, there is an independent engineer and there is an independent auditor. In uh, provisions of these two institution is provided in the concession agreement, so that independent engineer can verify that all the technical criteria is met if it's a road project, and independent auditor ensures that the money coming into the project is handled efficiently, means everyone getting his due share, whichever whatever described in the concession agreement, in whatever manner. So that makes it, that's the regulatory weakness point is addressed in those concession agreements.
So, so how do you foresee the future of PPP evolving in Pakistan over the next, I would say, 5 years or 10 years?
इसमें तो मैं ये बताऊंगा कि जैसे अहमद नदीम कासमी ने कहा था, मैं कहता हूँ कि पब्लिक पार्टनरशिप के लिए वो बहुत ही मतलब वो है, खुदा करे मेरी अर्ज़ पाक पे उतरे वो फसले गुल जिसे अंदेशा जवाल ना हो।
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
तो पब्लिक पार्टनरशिप भी वही चीज़ है कि मतलब सेम गोज फॉर द पब्लिक पार्टनरशिप, मतलब it's sustainable. It's a sustainable model. As I told you earlier, that schools which we built in the 70s or 80s, like DJ Science College or Adamji, they are no more efficient. They're no more
Yeah,
delivering. And
yeah.
on the other hand, there are sustainable model in the private sector.
Good, good.
Why they are sustainable? Because the private entrepreneur is earning from that model. And if we bring in private partner to 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 for a commercially viable project for them, then why don't they will work for it?
Yeah, exactly,
Of course
exactly.
they will
So
work for it.
the question comes in after this short discussions. So, what ways can PPPs improve public-private in Pakistan, partnership in Pakistan, or public service in Pakistan? So, I think there is a lot of improvement need to be
Actually,
done in this.
first of all, we need a political will for doing anything. There
Ha,
should be strong political will for doing public-private partnership project, because the things associated with traditional mode of procurement has its flaws. Let me give you example. Uh, the Liari Expressway, which is in the Karachi, was built on traditional procurement mode, not in public-private partnership mode. It's a
oh,
huge infrastructure project, Liari Expressway project, where number of vehicles are very good. It's very commercially viable for any private firm. But because it was built on traditional mode of procurement, it has its weaknesses. It was started in 2003 with a 2.5 billion cost, and it is ended in the year 2017
yeah.
with so much cost overrun and so much time overrun. It was end of the day, it was built on 17 or 20 billion, although it was started in 2003 with the 2.5 billion cost. But due to time overrun and the cost overrun, it happened in 2017.
And
It was
fluctuation and
finally
dollar
opened for
fluctuation as
traffic
well.
in 2017, both
I
the
think your
lanes.
net is okay. Your connection is weak. Just hang on. Navi sir, can you hear me? Navi sir, I think Navi sir network is disconnected.
हेलो।
सर आपका नेटवर्क डिस्कनेक्ट है.
हाँ मेरा मैं फिर कहता हूँ आप इसमें ये पता नहीं मतलब हुआ है। ओके।
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, there is some network issue with Navi Saab. Uh, we have to wait 5 minutes and then we'll check the availability of the Navi Saab. So just bear us. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Now you are coming back on live. So
Yes.
आप कुछ बता रहे थे लियारी एक्सप्रेसवे के बारे में.
Yes, yes. Actually, why those delays happen is because the public sector delivery is not that efficient. So they couldn't close the project within their cost and within that time. On the other hand, we built Hyderabad Mirpukas project, which was a 60 odd kilometer road, which we built in 2 years' time, and within that, the initial cost of 6.5 billion. There were no cost overrun and no time overrun in that project. It speaks of the efficiency of public partnership project. So
Exactly.
the cost which is locked at the time of signing the financial close of the project has to be there. If this doesn't happen, if the cost doesn't remain same, and the penalty is imposed in the on the private partner as per the concession agreement. So that's make him work within the time and work within the cost. So that
Yeah,
is the
but
efficiency of the public partnership arrangements. So
yeah,
for that and coming back to the Mali, the Yari Expressway project, because of the reasons, there are some gray areas of the corruption and all that. People doesn't want to do PPPs because there's no scope of such money in these projects.
yeah, but in Pakistan, I think a lot of people are interested to invest in public-private partnership, but they don't know about the process and procedure. And also, people are basically worry and reluctant to kick in this kind of project with the government of governments, not government of Pakistan governments, because of the regularity and framework issues, and which you already mentioned. So, and also the risk factor is involved. Either you already mentioned that the risk factor is basically government of sorry governments is basically taking the risk as well. But we have a lot of examples, like you said, the Liari Expressway and plus IPPs as well. So still we are stuck in fighting on that particular PPP projects. So this is the main important. But in nutshell, if I talk about the holistic view, so how can PPPs be leveraged to enhance technological innovation in Pakistan? This is the main important question for, and we need to basically
Yes,
your
yes.
best
Ac-
opinion.
Actually, prime aspects for any PP project, it has to be commercially viable for an investor,
Hmm.
and that's we lack in Pakistan because the all the projects which has some economic viability has been built now. So how to bring the private investors for the project which is not economically viable, but it has no commercial attraction for the PPP private private partner investor. So for the for making the project commercially viable for economically viable project, government has to chip in some attractions for the private partner. For example, we built NET mode project, which is Karachi Tata Dual Carriageway project, in which the private partner was promised to get back his equity, his
Yeah,
return on his equity,
return on
as well as
equity.
the debt which he bring from certain banks. Government has promised to pay that also. Government has promised him to give the O&M cost also, because for the road project to be with the private partner for 30 years, he has to operate and maintain that road also. So
Yeah,
that government also has to pay, but government did not have 15 billion rupees to build the Karachi carriageway upfront. So private partner bring in that money from the banks as a debt and from certain equity from his part, and in return, government has promised to pay back his uh, return on equity the debt with the principal and the installments payments, as well as the O&M cost for the next
Operating.
25 years. So for bringing in private investor to do the public partnership, government has to design those projects in such a way that he get commercially paid.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. I think you are absolutely right because the contribution of government is very important to contribute to the infrastructure development. So, my next question is, what sector in Pakistan have the highest potential for PPP initiative right, in this in this year or next 5 years?
As I said that the road network is very weak in our province also. Except for few means even Hyderabad, Karachi Hyderabad motorway is not that as per standard is not as much good as the Lahore Islamabad motorway.
Is this
So
मतलब क्या हम उसको मोटरवे कह सकते हैं?
yeah, it's not even a motorway.
हाँ,
It's a highway basically, a
yes,
four
it's a,
6 lane highway. So to brave, that's the only way. Means there are two ways of doing better with your economy. One is that industry happens. One is the when is the other way of doing it is to provide a huge road network, quality network, so that industry can build later on. So if you build a road network, economy can prosper because for a better road network, there would be fuel stations which would be constructed. There would be rest areas constructed, and the economic activity would happen. So in my view, the road network has to be improved, and for a good quality road network in all over the province, we need public-private partnership project for those road networks.
but इसमें जैसे कि
Because
आप
because
road,
if you build in if because if you build those road network project in traditional mode, then the same thing happened as it happened in the Lyari Expressway. On the other hand, there is Marine Expressway going on right now in the public-private partnership mode, and it would be available for the traffic, I think, by the year 2026.
but नबी साहब इसमें ये है ना कि yes, we don't like we don't have any excellent kind of road infrastructure, urban and rural we talk about, but to me, and I'm just thinking that job creation is a very important part in this country right now and
Yes.
very big issue. So how do PPP impacts job creation and skill development programs kind of thing in Pakistan? So this is my question. So
Yes.
road infrastructure, yes, we need a road infrastructure and the fastest railway line to connect the cities as well because of trades हो रही हैं और दूसरी चीज़ें हो रही है इसमें होना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी आपने देखा होगा एक्सक्यूज मी ग्रीन लाइन ग्रीन लाइन ट्रेन जो चल रही है वो भी पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप पे चल रही है. Excuse me. और काफ़ी अच्छी सर्विसेज दे रहे हैं और भी दूसरी चीज़ें पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप पे चल रही हैं. बट उसमें जॉब क्रिएशन जो है वो एक सर्टन लेवल के लोगों के लिए है. जो नई जनरेशन आ रही है उनके लिए हमें पीपीपीपीस में व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इम्पैक्ट टू जॉब क्रिएट.
First of all, I am of the opinion that means job creation. But I believe that rather than young people going for jobs, they should be looking forward to start their own business rather than going for the job.
या
But
एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप या
nonetheless, I would rather say that PPP also creates jobs. Means, as I told you earlier, that there are private partner coming in, and the construction is started. People get employed for making that to happen. Means government also needs a full uh, project activity. Government, how it is designed means, first of all, government hired transaction advisor to design that project. And for seeking transaction advisory, there has to be certain people to working for that transaction advisory. Then we need a legal we also need legal expert to design the concession agreement, uh, to to draft that concession agreements. We need legal advisory also. Road project, for any engineering projects, we need engineering firm to work on the design of that project. So there are a lot of opportunities for employment in that sense, that we need a lawyer, we need engineer, we need uh, independent auditor to work on those projects.
Absolutely.
It's not just one person working. A full engineering firm is working for that project. A full law firm is working for that project. A full audit firm is working for that project. So, and then the construction is started. We need labor
Exactly.
and local, and it provides opportunity for local people to work on that project. Because if it is the road is building in from Hyderabad to Sakkar, the local employment would means enhance.
And we have to work with.
People from Prachi would not go there for work. So people from Hyderabad and Sakkar would
Yeah.
work on that project for the construction and all that. And after, even if the road is constructed, it's a concession. It's a 25 or 30 years. We stimulate people to work on the concession life of the project. So employment issue is addressed in the PPP projects, I would say.
Yes, but
It's a
so
very
yeah.
big, a very good platform to get employment.
Okay. So, I think, do you think that measures can be taken to ensure the transparency and the accountability is very important for PPP projects? Because you have already said that the job creation of this PPP is massive, like जॉब क्रिएट हो सकती हैं और इसमें लॉयर्स का भी आपने जिक्र आई थिंक आपका नेटवर्क फिर डाउन हो गया है नेट कनेक्शन अभी साहब कैन यू हेयर मी हेलो नवीद साहब आई थिंक नहीं नवीद साहब के जो नेटवर्क कनेक्शन है वो सही बिल्ड नहीं हो पा रहा सो हमने आज जो मोटी मोटी डिस्कशंस की हैं उसमें हमने पार्टनर पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप से रिलेटेड हमने हिस्ट्री उनसे पता की वेलकम बैक नबी साहब
Yes,
टुडे इज
yes,
वेरी बैड डे
yes,
फॉर
yes.
अस सो मैं बात कर रहा था रिलेटेड टू दी हम बात कर रहे थे जॉब के सिलसिले में जो हमने बात की थी बट
Yes, yes, yes.
transparency is a very important and accountability as well because you have already said that the government invested projects very in a proper way to design the infrastructure and all that but unfortunately foreseen कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हो जाती हैं जिसकी वजह से वो प्रोजेक्ट डाउन हो जाता है जैसे आपने मिसाल दिया लियारी एक्सप्रेसवे का और भी दूसरे आईपीपीस पे हमने कुछ और सोचा था आज हम उसका क्या नाम है असरात देख रहे हैं कि टुडे इज वन यूनिट कॉस्ट इज इंक्रीज बाय 15 रुपीज़ टू 50 और 60 रुपीज़ पर यूनिट। तो ये इम्पैक्ट डायरेक्टली बहुत जो पॉवर्टी लेवल है उसको बड़ा इम्पैक्ट कर गया है इस वजह से। बट हमने जॉब की जो क्रिएशन की बात की एंड यू आर वेरी वेल सेट कि इसमें जॉब क्रिएशन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इफ पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड वेरी ऑनेस्टली एंड उसके अंदर ट्रांसपेरेंसी का कंसर हो। तो आपके हिसाब से जो गवर्नमेंट के कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट के अंदर मेजर्स होते हैं इसमें ट्रांसपेरेंसी के और अकाउंटेबिलिटी के, तो वो कितने इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं? और डू यू थिंक दैट सॉरी आपने कोई ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है आपकी नज़र में जिसमें पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप के अंदर ये दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट जो थे वो इंटीग्रेट हुए और उसके ऊपर ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी दोनों ने एक साथ काम किया और वो सक्सेसफुल रहा? डू यू हैव
Yes,
एनी काइंड ऑफ
जैसे जैसे
प्रोजेक्ट?
जैसे मैंने yeah, as I told you that for the project which when I was in the PPP unit as a director, we did certain number of projects, and there were institutional mechanism, inbuilt institutional mechanism of independent auditor and independent engineer. These two institutions ensure that the integrity part, transparency part, and all those gray areas are issued are addressed very efficiently. For example, independent engineer, the job of the independent engineer is to make sure that as per the design of the project, the road or any industry has to be built. Okay. And the job of the independent auditor is to make sure that the money coming into the project from whatever sources, if the debt is coming from the bank and the equity is coming from the private partner, and the government is also chipping in their part as a small equity because end of the it's partnership. So all those money which is coming from different sources has is spending in a manner which do not raise any questions that whether it is spending for which it is come, for the objective for which it is come or not. As I think a year back there was this thing happened with the uh, Hyderabad Sakkar motorway, that there was some issues happens.
Yes, and the route is changed now.
No, the route was not changed. It was a traditional mode project from Hyderabad to Sakkar.
Sucker.
It was a motorway, and there were right of way issues. There, the private parties from the land is purchased has to be dispersed. The money has to be dispersed through deputy commissioners, and then there were two three issues happens that money did not reach to the persons who were selling those lands, and the people took away the money and went to Central Asia other parts. So in traditional mode these things happens, but in public private partnership mode, whichever project which I did when I was in public private partnership unit, there was no such thing happened.
So, what do you suggest to the CxO Global for kicking any or start up any public-private partnership projects in Pakistan, especially in government Sindh?
Actually,
Just, can you just
this
advise
time is
for?
very brief, for 45 minutes or 50 minutes to understand the public. I think CxO should start means series of discussions of public-private partnerships with the. If you can ask me, I would bring in certain more professionals from the law firms or from the audit firms. So we should have panel discussions in the future.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure. And CXO Global is available for all of you to just give
yes.
us the panelist name and their company, so we can
and
arrange
and,
the.
and I would also suggest that since I'm from the public sector, they should be representative from the private partner who had experienced public-private partnership from that end, because I'm speaking on behalf of the public sector, that what
Yeah.
public sector has risk of the from the we should also listen to the private partner. So what is their point of view about what is their experience, what they have
Listen,
experienced
Meta, this
throughout
is
their
this is
public
the first time. This is the
projects.
first experience in the CXO Global to bring outside from the CXO Global for people to discuss with the public-private partnership topic. So you are first of all, we thanks to you and your time and your commitment to come up and discuss with this topic. But definitely, CXO Global is available for your suggestion, and we will make a plan to another topic. The same topic means public-private partnership, but with the other stakeholder as well, like private sector
It,
side and the government side, and then other participant stakeholder side. So definitely we
yes,
will
yes,
discuss in detail with you and CXO management, and then will inform you. But in the because today discussion is the just a preliminary and briefing kind of discussion with you. And thank you very much to join us. And on behalf of CXO Global, we thanks to you and your time. And if you just wanted to say any conclude remarks from your side, so we will be more welcome and happy to hear from your side. Again, your connection issue. I think there is some problem with the internet, Navi Saab side internet connection issue. So we just sign off for
Talat
this
sir.
today's. Okay, 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 sorry. I'm just conclude my remarks to sign off, but just request you to just conclude your remarks, your side. So we will conclude and then we'll kick off this
Yes.
session.
Yes, Talat sir, thank you very much for providing me with this opportunity to speak on the topic which I am very passionate about. It was my passion for to bring in the reforms or the. That's why I'm working in Sindh Revenue Board also, because it is also one of the unit of excellence and like public partnership unit. So it gives me immense pleasure to speak on the in this platform with you, and you ask some wonderful questions, so that we can get the idea of public partnership, and
Yeah,
the
definitely,
idea
sir.
to communicate to our listeners. I hope that our listeners get benefit from this discussion, and I'm looking forward to have more association with the CXO Global on the public partnership project panel discussions in future.
Inshallah.
I'm very thankful to you.
Thank you very much, Navi Saab, for your time, your patience, and your discussions. So, thank you very much, all CXO family. This is time to sign off for this like one-to-one discussion, not a panel discussion. So, inshallah, we will come back with the other panels as well for the same topic as suggested by the Naveed Saab. And inshallah, we will coming soon. So, Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Goodbye.